Hello everybody, Skiff here, and look at what we've got. The Darkness Within 2, the Dark Lineage. So I have played the Darkness Within, the search for Lothnola, quite a while ago, and I was aware of the second one. I actually bought a pack of both of those games. I can't remember the other two, but it was basically a pack 4. So I am slowly going to start working my way through. I've just finished playing Ghostwire Tokyo, so we're going to start playing this one because I played the first one, may as well play the second one. And I've had a couple people show interest in it, so let's give it a try. Hopefully I won't get as stressed out in this one as I did with the last one. But yeah, we'll see how we go. As always, comment, let me know what you think, like, share, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Let me know what you think. Standard. Not necessary. Detective, simple standard adventure games. With no progress. Okay, we're just gonna go with like normal, I guess. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And if you want to see me...
That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die.
It's been a while since I played the first one, and there were parts of it that I enjoyed, there were parts of it that sort of just irritated me a little bit, because I don't really play a lot of games like this. I tend to play more games like Ghostwire Tokyo. But I also found, I don't know if it was because this is, I think, the second or third game I recorded and I was still getting used to doing it. But there were times where the story didn't seem to flow that well, at least for me. And I think it was because I was trying to speed read everything that came up so I wasn't spending too long. But we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully, for me, it flows a bit easier, a bit better. Ooh, that's a bit unsettling. Are you killing my doctors? Oh, no, got a cult person. Might not be a cult person. I'm just assuming because of the hood. Does this follow on from the first one? I don't know anything about this. I guess we'll find out fairly soon. What is this? Oh, where am I? Somebody's knocking on my door, I think. I'll be right back. Hang on. Somebody was knocking on my door, and that was kind of freaky. Ugh, my head is pounding.
Anybody there? Hello?
All the lines, but I only say some of them. Hello. What's going on? The last thing I remember was being at the mental institution. How did I get out of there? My disappearance must have caused quite an uproar. The police must be looking for me already. I don't know how or when I came to be here. What's happening to me? I feel like I'm losing myself completely. Soon I'll be gone forever. I think the pain is subsiding. I feel a little better now. So that makes me think that yes, this does lead straight on from the last one. Ooh, that's a bit sensitive. An envelope. Right click to read. Oh. Do I have inventory? Right click or press F2 to equip. Ah, I have a torch. Wallet with some money in it. Ah, this is going to be very confusing again, isn't it? Howard, I know you are confused right now, but I need to keep this short. There is no way to explain everything with just this letter. I will tell you more later. I brought you to this place for your own protection. It belonged to one of my friends who died a few years ago. It is secluded, so you can safely rest here. I gave you something that will make you sleep for a while, a few days maybe. You will have a bad headache and slight discomfort in your stomach when you wake up. Don't worry, this is normal and was necessary to keep you intact. You will understand what I mean in time. Our adversaries are very powerful, but I've learned some old things too. Okay. I've left you a train ticket and a wallet with some money in it. There are clean clothes in the cupboard. When you wake up, head straight to Archimend? Don't try to go back. The police are searching for you and you know they have connections even inside the police force. I will meet you in town. This place is, well, you will understand when you get there. Once you arrive in Archimend, go to Worm's Feast immediately and ask for the book named Recollections of the Past. It must be in a special metallic box. This book is crucial. They must not possess it. Be careful in this town. It is not a place for strangers. Don't reveal your true identity, as there might be some of them among the townsfolk, since they need to find the book as well. You must be brave and strong so we can end this nightmare together. It is directly connected with us. You know this. Go there and wait for me. I will find you. Take all the necessary precautions, Loth Nolda. Oh, and there's clues. Okay, so we've got 1 of 4 clues we need to find. I was terrible at this last time, so bear with me. There's your protection a few days ago. Isn't that all? A few days, maybe? Oh, okay. Wow, I had to hold like the whole thing. Okay. Safe intact. What does that mean? Refer to the times I lose all control of myself? I was given something? Train ticket was some money in it? Is that one of them? Nothing particularly interesting, okay. The place that he wants me to go to? Yep. Oh man, I'm not familiar with it, but I feel like I've heard the name before. A long time ago? And then maybe Worm's Feast. Worm Feast, is that a place? It was written in a letter and I should go there immediately and obtain a book called Recollections of the Past. Cool. Oh, seems to be on a bit of a roll at the moment, or it's just really easy. Loth Nola. A letter from Loth Nola? Nolda, I can't say his name properly. Don't reveal your true identity, maybe? Directly connected to us. Yeah, I don't know anything about this. How could this be connected to me? Well, either way, I found all the clues and a hidden clue. Though I would have thought both normal. To me isn't really a hidden clue, but can I crouch? No, so I can only open the top 2 drawers. Okay. I can't open anything else. Lantern that looks like it still works. Press F1 to equip. Okay. Ooh, I'd rather stick with the torch if it's all the same to you. Because what I do remember about this game last time is that it was dark. Couldn't really see anything. I beg your pardon. Oh, that's creepy. An idol carved from stone. Just looking at it gives me the creeps. Can I do anything to it? Oh, okay. Maybe I'll come back here and do something to it. I can take the box. It's not... No. Put the box down. Okay. Okay. Open. This is my bag. I better put these on. Okay, I can't take the bag. I've opened the drawers. We'll go downstairs. This is so dark. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna see if I can brighten it up because I can't see shit. Oh, that's a bit too bright maybe. Oh, that's better. Probably are supposed to play it in the dark, but I don't like it being too dark. I like to be able to see what I'm doing. Box. Drawers. I can only open the top one this time. Okie dokie. This is a mess and smells awful. There's something rotten here. Oh, I've been in to look at it again. Cool. Can I take the knife? A rusty knife. It still looks sharp. Ugh. There's something rotten here. Cool. Well, I remember last time I just click everything. There are clues everywhere. Why don't you just let me put you down? Put you down. Oh my god. Oh, how is it to pick up and put down a box? I'm gonna check that other room upstairs. I wasn't sure if it would like take us out into a balcony or if that was the door in or out. Maybe a bathroom of some sort. Oh, okay. I'm not picking up another box. I have learnt the boxes do not like to be picked up. Open. Seems to have no choice but to leave this place and head for Arkmund. I may find the answers I'm looking for. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, by the way. Day 1. An unpleasant train trip to an unknown place. February 21st, 2012. Wait a minute. 2012. I'm sure the other one took place not in the 2000s. I'm gonna go back and watch my video. Maybe I'm just an old man.
Who
now.
am I?
Who am I? I'm Howard.
Or maybe the question is, what am I? I'm just not sure what to believe anymore. Why is all this happening to me? The chain of events that led to my confinement in the Wellsmouth Mental Institution for Multiple Personality Disorder started when I took that case. That cursed case of the fugitive private investigator Loth Nolder, who went missing again right after he came back from his strange journey to some unknown, faraway places. At first, I thought I was just exhausted. But it got worse as time went on. I started to lose control of myself. I was sleeping for days, but when I woke up, I felt even more tired than before. And my dreams, they got wilder. I dreamt about strange places I've never been before. Even stranger, my dreams involved aspects of my lineage. Like my family ring. The ring that my family's coat of arms was carved into. The one given to every member of our family when they turned 12. Then I started to hear voices calling my name. distant, yet somehow very close. Voices that only I could hear. Sounds coming from the darkness within me. And I found myself in that little white cell in the asylum, waiting to lose control of my mind and disappear for good. But now here I am, on a train to who knows where. What am I going to do now? The only thing I know for sure is that I have to end this nightmare.
So this is the train station. I have a bad feeling about this. Get that flashlight out. Poor man, I think he's homeless. That's what he wants you to think. That's what he wants you to think, Howard. He's one of them. Listen to Loth. Wow. Hello, Vecna. What are you doing here? This isn't your game. That was very bright. So I have read some of the Lovecraft stories, not a lot, and I know a little bit, mainly about like Innsmouth. Somehow this place seems familiar, as if I was once here a long time ago. Night 1. Arrival in the old, depressing town of Arkhamend. February 21st, 2012. Yeah, so I know some, but I don't know if this town is in any of the books. I would assume that it must be mentioned or is in there. Or one of the books set there. As I said, I've not read all of them. And I know this is just based on some of his stuff. Oh wow, look at that. I found it straight away. It appears to be closed now. I don't seem to have any chance to... and I should ask someone when it opens. I'm not doing very good at like not speed reading, but like reading and speaking at the moment. Could go back and nudge the homeless man. Can't go any further. There's no snow. Why does it still sound like I'm walking on snow? Can't go any further. Pretty sure I just saw movement. Oh, I think it's just the background. No, don't you do that. There's the flashlight. I have no reason to leave. Okay. Was I not paying attention and could have walked down the other ways just by clicking forward? Oh, I can jump. Can I jump over this? Boo. Well, this light is on. Can I go in here? I wonder if I just walked around with a torch in all their faces, if they'd like just look at me strangely. Probably funny with me.
Excuse me,
How can I help you?
I'm looking for a place called Worm's Feast.
Oh, the old bookshop. It's in the alley right in front of the inn. But it should be closed by now. The shopkeeper is ill, so he goes home early.
How unfortunate. Then I guess I'd like a room, please.
Of course. How many days do you plan to stay?
I have no intention of staying more than a few days here. 2 days.
All right, that'll be $50.
Here you are. Don't think I have any other options anyway.
Yeah, and I don't want to be rude because I don't know if
Thank
that
you, sir.
affects the game. And
Your room is on the second floor. The first room on the right.
thank you. Yeah, I don't want to say to him, oh, that's a bit expensive. An old radio. And have him get annoyed with me. Anything down here apart from a bright... Oh. The lights went really funny then. This is not my room. It was upstairs though, wasn't it? I was just wondering. This is not my room. I know. I'm just nosy. Probably gonna be the one with the light in front of it. This is not my room. I don't want to disturb anybody. I'll just walk creepily down the hall. This is my room. I'm always thinking when you walk slowly into a room like that in games like this, your character will turn around and just suddenly get clonked in the head by somebody that's been supposedly following you, so I'm just always prepared for somebody to... in the back of the head. I should have expected this. Something feels strange about this place, like I've been here before, but I can't remember anything specific. Why is my voice going, like, more English when I try and read? Ugh. Can I, like, close the doors? Close the doors. Thank you. Open the doors. Drawers. Yes, I can. Open. Nothing in that one. Is it another letter or something that I can pick up? What is that? I don't want to close it. I'm gonna... I still think I should be able to pick it up. Can I not pick it up? Okay, I can't pick it up. Keep going to press F to put the flashlight away. Okay, there's something on top of it. Something. I have 2 flashlights? Why not? Oh no, what was that? What was that? What is this? What is this? Why are you putting stuff in there and not letting me interact with it? That's just mean. Moth Daily. Last night a collapse was reported in the archaeological dig site where Professor Graham and his crew were working. Authorities believe that this was a deliberate attack and police squad was dispatched to guard the area. The report has made one of the archaeologists, Carl Hartman, who claimed that while he and his crew were working in the late hours, he thought he saw a shadow near the main entrance and heard sounds that made him think a wild animal was roaming around. However, a few minutes later, the ceiling of the large gallery near the entrance collapsed with a deafening rumble, trapping Mr. Hartman's crew inside. Strangely, Mr. Hartman admitted that he didn't hear an explosion. Police are still investigating how the soundstone ceiling collapsed in an instant, despite the strong supports placed by the archaeologists. Inspector Norman found signs of damage on the supports that suggest tampering, but no further explanation has been offered. Now, the police and local citizens from the nearby town of Arkham are trying to clear the entrance to get the trapped archaeologists out. Is this Innsmouth or Innsmouth? I'm sure it's mouth, M-O-U-T-H, but no. According to Professor Graham, the excavation was going very well until the collapse, as his team had been able to gather a wealth of important information that could open a new page in the history of mankind. If this unfortunate event hadn't occurred, they hoped to learn more about an entire underground city. Now these goals have become secondary, as the only concern is getting the trapped archaeologists out alive. Professor Graham also said, "I don't want to announce this completely without a thorough examination of the site, but I can reveal that we found a number of rooms full of beautiful coffins made of obsidian, with mummified human and reptilian corpses intact within the depths of the buried city." Ah, buried city. Oh no, that's burned city. Don't mind me. While some of the reptilians are quite human-like, others look exactly like the species we know today. We also uncovered rooms with splendid statues and murals that depict humans and human-like biped creatures together in misty marshes, dark caverns, and within the walls of an ancient civilization that we suspect is the very underground city we are examining. If so, it means that this city was once located above ground. Also, according to the mural, the city used steam power to operate various mechanisms like gigantic doors made of basalt and strange metallic devices we have yet to comprehend. We still don't know even the approximate size of the city, but it should be several thousand square kilometers at least. Oh, wait. Clues. One clue. Archaeological dig site. Let's try that first. Nothing particularly interesting. Maybe can I do the date? No, I can't. Collapse of the dig site. Okay. Thought I saw a shadow near the main entrance. Okay. Important information. Open a new page in the history of mankind. That is quite interesting. You can't say that that is not interesting. That's extremely interesting. An entire underground city. Okay. Reptilian corpses. It's unbelievable that they discovered the use of steam power. Cool. Back. Examine. I'd better just get some sleep tonight. Go. Sleepy times. Yes. Hello? Ooh. Why is it so creaky? Or is that somebody on a typewriter? Oh, it's a creepy face in that painting. Can you see it? What's happened here? Where am I? Ooh. Creepy bug thing. An eclipse. I also see a dark flying silhouette The dreary clouds. Yep. Can't click on anything in there. Cool. Creepy face painting. Look at that. Look at that. It's a face. I can see a restless face in the drawing and an eclipse in the upper left corner. Okay. You're going to be hearing a lot of mouse clicks in this game. Why have we gone all Silent Hill in here? You're saying how that I can push. Nothing's happening. Okay, I'm a bit confused. It's locked. Don't really push anything else, so... okay, I have to use the mouse keys. Examine. There's a hole in the wall here.
Anybody there?
Is it going to be Loth? Oh, bold man. Hello. Who are you?
What do you want?
I am staying in this room. I didn't notice this hole before. Who are you?
I'm a prisoner, just like you.
Prisoner?
Exactly. You cannot, must not leave here. The doors were locked from outside. But really, that isn't a problem, since there is nothing but darkness out there.
Who locked the doors?
They locked them. They locked the doors a long time ago. But that is fine with me. I don't want to go out into that thick, blinding darkness. There is nothing but insanity out there. I can feel it, watching us. If you are sane, you will stay where you are.
Who is watching us? I don't understand. Why would someone want to lock the doors?
If you don't believe me, try to open the door.
I already have. It's locked.
I don't understand what's happening here. I have to get out.
If you really have to leave, use this. But don't forget, there is nothing out there but endless insanity.
Key with a strange shape. It's just a skull type thing on top of it. It looks like the upper part of a skeleton. Bye. I kind of want to push it back in front of the hole in the wall. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was just flying around all over the place then. Yeah, I wanna use it. It's locked. This is why you use the key. This place. It is too cold. And what is this feeling? It's like something is trying to speak to me. I can hear it right in my head. I feel awful familiar for some reason. But I can't recall why. I hear it again. After all these years, I hear the sound of my childhood. Something or other. I didn't catch it. Examine. There should be a staircase here. Where is it? There's nothing but pitch darkness down there. And I feel a vague, evil vibration that touches the very depths of my soul. This door is locked. can't open it. It's stuck. Ooh, all that. No, thank you. It's locked. Can I use the key on it? I don't have the key anymore, of course. I don't want to go in the room with the creepy person. Alright, don't you dare jump out at me. Is someone sitting there?
I am hither, tarrying for thee, Howard. Cometh ye to the tomb. Walk ye the old way, the way of thine lineage, also thine father and his father did erst thou.
How about no? How about no? That's not for me. How about no? Oh, I think I have to. He's walking really slow. I can't get my torch out. Ew! Did you see his face? It all like sucked in on itself. He's trying to open my door. Is there someone behind the door? I'm sure I heard voices and someone tried to open it. I don't want to open and go out there. They're going to clock you in the head. Oh, these. I forgot how the creaky noises in this game. I need to be careful. Why did you put the torch away? Oh, you're trying to be sneaky. I won't highlight any of the doors, so I can't even attempt to open them. Peek around the corner before you get bumped in the head. I don't know why I'm whispering.
Yeah, he was in that room, but he was talking to someone. Their conversation was muffled, but I'm sure he was speaking with an old man. We should try to get rid of him later. I've checked him out a bit, and I don't think he knows anything. Tonight, I'll get what they wanted from that tomb. After that, he can do nothing anyway.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. What was all that about? They somehow know my name? But how? I didn't do anything to reveal my identity. I must be extra careful from now on. They know me. Can I still do the big brain stuff? I can do the big brain stuff. Cool. I'm assuming that I follow them. I better not follow them. I noticed that one of them has a knife and they were just talking about getting rid of me. I should wait for morning to begin my research. Okay then, I won't follow them. I'll go back to bed. I better close my eyes last night. Who are the people I saw in the first floor hall? How could they possibly know about me? I didn't even tell my name to anybody. This is going to be more dangerous than I expected. I should be extra careful. Ooh. Begone days, telling tales. Finish the first dream sequence. I don't know why I'm singing. I just want to pick stuff up. Get your flashlight out. Those things are pretty heavy duty, those big old metal ones. So if somebody comes running at you, you can them upside the head. Anyway, get in trouble. because it just looks like you're holding a, where are you going? Get away from me. I will clonk you with my torch. Yeah, that's right. Oh, hello, random person. Should I talk to him? Can I talk to him? I can talk to him. Let's just see what I can ask him.
Is it always this crowded?
Yes, I know. But it used to be crowded, especially in spring and summer. Nowadays, few people gather here to have a drink or chat with each other.
I see.
I've never seen you around here, sir. Are you traveling?
Why, yes.
Yeah, you could say that.
This town.
What can you tell me about this town?
There really isn't much to talk about. Ark Hammond is quite an old town. Residents still live like their ancestors did hundreds of years ago.
I doubt that.
Of course, it changed a bit after the War of Northbridge. The population grew and some apartments were built around the town centre. But in the old part of town, there are some houses so old, even my great-grandfather didn't know when they were built. Unfortunately, a few months ago, it was announced that there is an epidemic in those parts. The police don't allow anyone to enter, so I'm afraid you won't be able to see it for yourself.
What kind of epidemic is it?
We don't know exactly. They won't tell anyone. But the whole thing smells fishy to me.
Exactly.
I don't think there really even is an epidemic down there.
No, of course there's not, my good man.
What can you tell me about the townspeople?
I can tell you that we are very traditional. We really enjoy living like our ancestors did, and even still celebrate some ancient festivals. I remember my grandfather telling me stories about witches, and how some places in the oldest part of town should be avoided. Many people here still believe those kinds of stories, especially because of rumors spread during the war about certain places used as war shelters. But I must warn you, some folks are a bit extreme. They are very unenlightened and don't like speaking with strangers, so you should be careful around here.
Noted.
What can you tell me about Worm's Feast?
It's the old bookshop run by Henry Lawrence. You can find a few antique things besides the books in there too. Henry really doesn't like strangers though. In fact, he doesn't really even like to talk to us. He lives with his wife. On rare occasions, he'll come here alone to get a drink, and then go home quietly. I heard that he fought at the War of Northbridge, and that's the one thing he becomes very talkative about. By the way, sir, what are you looking for at Worm's Feast?
I shouldn't reveal my identity like that letter said. I'm a freelance reporter, gathering information about the War of Northbridge.
Oh, you're a writer. Great. If you need help, I can probably be of service. I grew up hearing all kinds of stories about the war.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Lying always has its drawbacks.
You just gotta remember what you tell.
Who is staying in the room next to mine?
No one is staying there at the moment. Nobody ever wants to stay there after the last guest killed himself.
Why did he
kill himself?
Nobody knows. First he locked himself inside the room, then jumped out of the window. No suicide letters or notes were found. Just some dark poems.
Who was he?
An old man. one of the townspeople I don't know. But I heard he was a poet.
Okay.
Thanks. I must go now.
I don't want to say no, this doesn't seem like a popular spot because I don't want to unintentionally insult the man. To the bookstore. Oh, I'm sorry if I yawned a lot. I don't know why, I've just come over very tired. I only just had a coffee before recording this, so... Hello?
Hello?
Hello? How can I help you?
I am looking for a book called Recollections of the Past.
Yes, I have that book, but I got it for someone who ordered it a few weeks ago, so I'm afraid it has a buyer already.
Great, it's still here. I have to get it. Don't you think a few weeks is a bit long to not pick up an order? They may not come for it after all this time.
Sorry, young man, I can't give an order to another person. It's store policy.
I understand. I am looking for books about the War of the North Bridge.
You're interested in the war?
Very.
Yes, I'm a freelance reporter looking for information about the war.
I see. A few years ago, some other reporters came and asked about the war. We told them all the truth, but in the end, they wrote whatever they wanted. That was a shame. A real shame.
Indeed, that was highly unethical. But I only want to write the truth. Actually, I heard that you fought in that war. It would be great to hear about your personal experiences. It would help my article tremendously.
Sure. Why not? I have nothing better to do. Come and see me when you're ready.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
I'm ready
Also,
now.
I heard some rumors that were spread during the war about certain places used as shelters. Do you know anything about those?
Oh, yes. They could be quite horrible. I never saw one personally, but other soldiers found some really terrible things inside. Many were so bad, they were immediately burned down. We were never told about them in detail, but we all heard the rumors. Rumors about burial grounds inside abnormally large cellars of ancient houses. Stolen tombstones with strange writings on them. Viciously butchered animal carcasses. And about the screaming thing that caused 2 soldiers to go crazy.
Oh my,
Screaming thing?
I never heard about all those.
They were covered up. As I said, most of them were burned down without anyone knowing about them. And people of this town don't like to speak about the past with strangers.
I see.
By the way, may I ask your name, young man?
Howard.
And mine is Henry. Pleased to
Tell him
meet
your
you.
name if you're not
In
supposed
fact,
to tell anybody.
I may be a bit biased, but I already like you, Howard. You seem like a nice guy. So, about that book you asked for earlier. You're right, I don't think the person who ordered it will come for it now. You can buy it instead. It was written here, you know, right at the time of the war, so it may come in handy for you.
That would be great.
It's in the cellar. Could you go and get it yourself? You should find it on one of the shelves.
It's in the cellar.
I have problems with my legs. A constant reminder of that same war, which got much worse recently. Normally my wife helps me out, but she isn't feeling too well right now.
No problem, Henry. I would be happy to get it.
Well, I'm not. That's a dodgy thing to say to somebody. Oh, could you just pop into my cellar? What are you gonna do, you creepy person? I've got a metal torch and I will beat you around the head with it if you do anything creepy. Yeah, don't trust him. I'm sneaking up behind me. A green dragon. It is beautifully crafted. Cool. Examine. These books are badly damaged. Can't even read the titles. Is that good? A lever. Stethoscope. There's a lever. There's something dodgy. Oh, VHS tapes. A guitar. An instrument case. It's a guitar. A very old model typewriter. A music box. A toy Jeep. I once had a similar one to this. He's gonna lock us in here or do something creepy, you know that, right? Speakers. They probably still work. Okay, well, I couldn't see the book in there. Are you sure it's in the basement?
I'd like to buy that toy Jeep in the cellar.
That's an interesting choice.
Was that one similar to it?
I'd like to buy that
Whatever you like.
Out of curiosity, do you know who ordered the book?
I don't know their names, but they seemed like suspicious and dangerous types. They came here a few months ago and bought a dilapidated place in the old part of town. I've also heard they sometimes dwell in the old building in the forest glade for some reason. Some people say they see lights in the windows of that old building. If you're thinking of going there, be careful. That building is one of the places the rumors tell about, and there are hungry wolves in the forest.
I will definitely keep that in mind. Can you tell me a bit more about that building in the forest glade?
I don't know much about it, just stories I've heard. They say a witch cult of Eastern origin once lived there that was obsessed with mandrake plants. But I don't know who really lived there or who built it.
Why is it whenever they talk about witch stuff, it's always mandrake? Like, there's so many other things that you can pick. It's just strange. We can ask him.
May I ask your wife's problem, Henry?
It is bad. I think she's completely lost her mind. For some time she's been dreaming and talking about an eclipse and the coming of darkness. She's not very religious normally, but now talks about nothing but the end of days.
I am sorry, Henry. Thanks, Henry. I have to go now.
I didn't get the book though, did I? But the music box. A lantern, a torch. He said the book was down here. It's just like a hook. For light. Have I missed something? Yep. Cool. We got the speakers. We looked at the speakers. I've got stuff off the shelves. Aha! This must be the book I'm looking for. Be prepared to get... Oh, creepy. Oh, he seems okay so far. He hasn't come down and hit me in the head. The cover is locked. I can't open it. Examine. There's a locking mechanism here. Oh. Can't insert the key this way. Okay. Well, it's still in. Oh. Why is that the only one that's going red? I can't hear any sounds coming from the lock. This is something I can use to listen to the sounds coming from the lock. Okay. Wrong button. Need to go back and get the stethoscope. Maybe I didn't have to buy the stuff then.
Thanks, Henry. I have to go now.
We want the flashlight, we want crouch. I want this. I can use this to listen closer to the lock on the book cover. Oh, thank you. So we're gonna go this combined. I'll use the mind feature, that's right, okay. Mind feature. Stethoscope. Creepy book. Outcome. Cool. Examine the book. I'm a little bit confused, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so that sound is the sound I think we're looking for. Not that. Not that. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Okay. No. No. Oh, don't go. What are you doing? Okay, so it's not that one. That one. Okay. why I'm putting them to here is just the beginning. It seems like a lot of the first ones were all in the same spot. Hey, I think I opened the lock. Yeah, I did. Recollections of the past. The book mentioned in the letter. This should have something important in it. Right click to examine. Well, we're having a look at that there. What is this? I can't understand the writing. Could this be written in a cipher system? Oh, interesting. I keep doing that. I'm always used to clicking the right button to interact. I don't want that, I want this. Ciphered book. Okay. Okay. Is there anywhere else that I can go? Or I can leave. Will you go to the old building? Yeah, why not? It's a bit far to walk, but it seems I have no other choice. Its origins shrouded in mystery. Oh, press the key to continue. Ooh. The old building should be somewhere nearby. Visiting the notorious place in the woods. Torch. May as well. Don't have anywhere else to go. I probably might be jumping the gun. I have a tendency to do that. Okay, can't pick the stuff up off the floor. Take. Oh, okay. It's no use. Examine. Some kind of weird machine. Looks very old, almost completely covered with rust. Examine, there are some torn papers here. Hey, oh god. Go back. It's way too bright. Maybe try putting the torch away. And see if that works. Much better. Okay. Go clear some space first. You're going to be in the upper corner. You're going to go around about the middle. You're in the upper part. You are a lower part. So you, once I put them together, you're not going to stay there. Okay. You're going to be the middle. You're probably further out, actually. No, you go there. Yeah, okay. There. Here. Boop. Da, da, da. I liked puzzles like this when I was a kid. Cool. The pieces will fall apart. I can't carry them around this way. Can I? Put it on top. Pieces will fall apart. I can't carry them around this way. God damn it. And now I've done that. Oh, I just had to ruin it, didn't I? I don't need another torch. I have a torch. Oh, what's this? Tape. Examine. We collected these rare insects to continue the experiments done about 80 years ago to enhance the hallucinogenic effects of the Dervishay mixture. I think that was the stuff we had in the last one. And they've become dangerous. They killed one of my assistants and another is in a coma now. Their growth speed is unbelievable and they have started to infest the whole underground site. Maybe that's why they closed off the old part of town. The reason we kept... That's the... infestation. No, they didn't say infestation. What did they say? Anyway, the reason we kept working with them is this hallucinogenic effect of their venom. It can greatly strengthen the impact of the drug, which is already significant but not enough for our needs. We require a stronger version for the human brain, and I believe more potent mixtures once existed but were forgotten over time. There is a rumor that speaks of unearthly origins of these insects. I heard this from one of my assistants, and he learned the story from one of our men. According to the rumor, they were brought to this world from outer space by insect-like creatures that can travel through space with their powerful wings. These creatures were intelligent, far more intelligent than us. They landed here a long time ago and dug tunnels hundreds of meters underground to gather the metals they needed. I don't know if this is true, and Mr. Kerwin doesn't say a thing about them. These insects are the same as the dead ones found in the strange wooden sculptures, but we need living ones, so we brought just a few to make a special synthetic mixture that imitates the substance the insects used to build nests in their original inhabitants. We covered the walls of some of the chambers with this adhesive mixture and it was successful. Soon they started to build their own nests, but then with their incredible growth speed, they started to produce their own natural mixture. Now there are a lot of various sized nests in the site along with the ones we placed. They are building them with an alarming speed. When the numbers started to increase, they began to get aggressive and attack us. We tried to control them by killing some, but soon realized this wasn't a viable option. It seems there is a complete synthesis between them. If you kill the wrong one or even disturb them, they attack whoever draws near. They even attack their own nests. Since they are very rare and valuable insects, we dare not kill them blindly and risk complete failure through the loss of their nests. In fact, any damage to the insects was banned by Mr. Kerwin. I actually believe they are more important to him than us, so I don't want to draw his horrible anger to myself by doing something stupid. Oh, pardon me. As for the effect of their venom, a single bite doesn't kill anyone except possibly those allergic to their venom, but a high dose of venom can cause delirium, severe muscle spasms, and even death. Thankfully, after several tries, I managed to prepare something that can ward them off. I pounded henbit rue, heath aster, basil and geranium plants together inside the mortar and pestle and added water, alcohol and neem oil to the mixture. When this mixture is sprayed onto them, they immediately fly away. The effect is temporary, but this is a solution for now until something better is found. Professor Jacob Herbert. Alright, there's 3 clues in here. We'll start with Herbert. Okay. The drugs. Yep, okay. Plan form is to get rid of the dangerous insects. I must mix alcohol and need neem oil. Cool. Back. Inside the strange wooden sculptures. That was from the last game. Yep, I know these wooden sculptures. So that dead insect was one of these dangerous ones. From outer space. How is that not interesting? It's probably about the mixture. Used to alter consciences, yep. By some natives around the world under different names. It has a very strong effect. We encountered it in the last one. Oh, I've only found hidden clues. Okay. I need 2 more of the normal ones. Infest the underground site. Nothing particularly interesting. We require a stronger version for the human brain. Earthly origins. Far more intelligent than us. Dug tunnels hundreds of meters underground. Mr. Kerwin. Produce their own natural mixture. Years ago. Aggressive and attack us. Okay. They attack whoever draws near. How have I not found one of the 2 remaining clues? Goodness. This was banned by Mr. Kerwin. More important to him than us. This is bad, I must be careful. Stuff this. There aren't any left. I hope they are all gone. Okay. So I've got 1 more I've got to get. It would seem unusual that it's going to be in this, that it should be on the first page. Did I try? I did try his last name, didn't I? Professor Hubert. I'm going to try just 1 more. Just to make sure. Okay. Alright. Did that. In a coma now? I doubt that it would be this close to the other one, but say anything about the others. Seems those without rank are nothing more than animals to them. Oh, okay. Cool. Found it all. Let's get the tape. Get the tape. Give me the tape. Use the tape on this. Now I can pick up the entire paper. Awesome. Give me the paper. Find the pieces. It has a strange drawing on it. Cool. Can I get in any closer? No. It looks... It's a bit of a maze. Or a puzzle or something. Okay, I'm sure we'll use that at some point. Oh, I keep going to push F. From the flashlight. Examine hydrochloric acid. Interesting. More hydrochloric acid. Don't need the lantern. There's nothing else here. It's a heavy smell here. I was wondering why I just stopped. I just freaked out. Chair. Examine. Geranium. Rest are empty. Okay. Basil leaves, fennel seeds, handbit, harmel, garlic, heath-aster. Okay, can I take it? Okay, can I close that for now? Close that for now. Open. Examine sulfuric acid. Is it all sulfuric? There's no label on this one. On that one. Or on that one. Neem oil. I need the neem oil. I need the water. Oh my goodness. Hang on a second, I'll be right back. Somebody's buzzing my bell. Okay, I'm back. Oh, yeah, I'm back. Okay, so this is just more bottles. Okay. Well, can I take the stuff that I need now? Or do I have to get the... Okay. Who's this? Rue? That wasn't on the list, was it? What did I need? Oh, I do need Rue. Okay. Okay, so I got the Rue and the geranium. I also need... Oh wait, no, it was under here, wasn't it? Henbit, heath-aster, basil. I think it was this one, wasn't it? Henbit? Henbit. No, this is henbit, isn't it? Oh, henbit. Oh, I just read it wrong. I just noticed red footprints all over the floor. Oh, are these my footprints? Those aren't my footprints, I didn't walk that far around. Then I needed neem oil. I need something to put liquid in it. Can I not just pour it straight in? Why can I not just pour it straight in? Can I not use a cup? Yeah, what is he saying? Because I don't think I'm reading it properly. I need something to put liquid in it. You have the mortar and pestle. Or do I have to put that into something else? Oh. What the hell? Looks like he froze to death. I better examine him. Oh. I found a letter on the frozen corpse. Anything else? Dredden. As you already know, we have no hope of understanding some of the obscure writings of Wolfgang Schneider. This is a major obstacle in our way now. There are still things that we must acquire and get done in a very short period of time. From the recent discoveries of Shalif bin Humad, we know that some of the machines mentioned in the Voco apparatus may still exist through the Inquisition may still exist, though the Inquisition frantically sought to destroy them all during the Dark Ages. Like most of the ancient sources, it is almost impossible to find a proper translated version of the Voco apparatus, but there is a book called Recollections of the Past that was written by Alfred Bolvik, a relatively unknown medieval alchemist and demonologist during the War of Northbridge. Recollections of the Past consists of several topics about the writer's researched areas and may concern at least some clues. You must find that book at all cost. Some of the others have already started looking for it, but you have connections that could quicken the pace. Okay, so start with the names. Nothing particularly interesting there. Wolfgang Schneider. Okay. Shalif. Okay. Voca apparatus. Machines mentioned in the Voca apparatus may still... Oh, I wasn't reading what he said. Recollections of the Past. Okay. Alfred Bolvik. Nothing particularly interesting. That is interesting. Medieval alchemist. Okay. During the War of Northbridge? That is... Writer's research. Contain at least some clues. Good on costs. The others already started looking for it. Oh wait, there's more. I didn't realize there was another page. Okay. The box I sent with this letter includes the material you need. It consists of the ashes of Wolfgang Schneider. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that this is impossible to replace, so be very cautious. Ivar and Thoth were killed horribly by one of the embodied ones during a conjuring session. Some of them are very powerful and must be completely avoided. We couldn't control the last one, even though we did everything written on the parchment. We can no longer use one of our hideouts, as it now seems to be roaming freely. A recent newspaper article reported a massacre that took place in one suburban area. Needless to say, it would be very bad for us if it gets caught anytime soon. Thus, McCurvin has ordered not to use Borealis's way, but instead try the one described in the Voca apparatus, which is the safest method. We learned of what we could understand from the Voca apparatus that there should be a silver cylinder-like object. It must be filled with the ashes or any other organic remnant of the one that you intend to summon, but the rest is unclear. You must find that book quickly. Mr. Curvin becomes more and more impatient with each passing day. Immediately report back when you find anything useful. Then PU and TWB will be on their way to you. Waiting to hear good news. Regards, John D. Okay, check the names. Okay, we'll go backwards. Since recollection of past, Dredden probably reported back. I must be quick if I don't want to get caught. The ashes? It's probably about the tube. No, it was. Okay, that's maybe a hidden one. Notorious German philosopher, alchemist, and writer of the book called Eclipse of the Soul lived in the 14th century. What could this mean? How on earth could they find the ashes of someone who died centuries ago? And what do they plan to do with them? They want to put them in the cylinder. It must be filled with the ashes. Okay. So one normal, one hidden. No, I don't want the hint yet. Everyone Thoth were killed? One of the cousin mentioned a strange condition, how it seemed that he was terribly afraid of something. These sessions were probably the reason. Hiva is dead. Okay, so I found the hidden one, so I've got one more normal one to find. And very powerful. Avoided. We couldn't control the last one. Okay, used him to hide out. Now seems roaming freely. Okay. A massacre that took place in a suburban area. Okie dokie. Laris's way. Was a French savant. He was a chemist, botanist, and the physician of Louis, the King of France. He was also a reputed alchemist. I once read a passage that expanded views on how well-preserved essential salts of human ashes can allow one to call up the shade of a dead person. I think that must be what Belarus's way was referring to. Cool. Okay, so I found all the clues. Good to know. Let's just check. Is this just another... Okay, this was just another room. Is this just a sliding door or just a door that's broken off? Okay, nothing in here. I don't know why I didn't just... What the hell is that? Looks like a squished potato. Oh, another book. Okay. There is something strange down below. The sounds, they haunt me day and night. Everything started after these hellish insects came. They've killed 8 of our brothers to this point. We've thrown their bodies into the smoking pit, but I know this is wrong. Tried to insist that we should bury them properly, but Professor Jacob said this way is also beneficial to us. I didn't understand what he said. Sometimes he is a real monster. I still see them in my dreams. Their faces. Eaten faces. They beg me to save them from their immeasurable pain. They are still there waiting down below, inside the ageless darkness of that pit. What madness not to bury them. We were not told about the bites or the anger of the insects. They seem like ordinary bugs, but they aren't. In their original habitats, they live their whole lives in the deepest parts of caves, far from the reach of sunlight, so they are blind. They are also strong and vicious. If you get bitten too often at once, you will lose your mind for days, maybe weeks if you're allergic to the venom. Most of us were bitten by them, but who knows how many times. I cannot be sure if I'm even being bitten anymore. Delusional reality, they are no different for me now, after all the things I've heard. They came here from some place in Africa. Nobody knows about their existence except us, not even the top entomologist. Mr. Cohen, that inhuman thing, he knew about them. He knows many things unknown to anyone, at least any modern man. Every now and then the insects attack us. At first we didn't know the reason for their aggression, but later Professor Jacob found out that they attack if you pose a threat to their nests. You cannot hide from them. They always know where and even who you are. It seems they can differentiate us with ease. Professor Jacob said they may be able to see, just not the same way we do. Maybe they have heat sensors or some other extrasensory organ that we can't comprehend with our science. Who knows? Professor Jacob seems troubled about them. It's obvious that even he didn't expect this. I'm not reading very well with the, punctuation. I hear this sounds clearer now, though I still don't know what or who makes them, or where they come from exactly. At first they sounded like harmless natural noises, but now I know they are conscious, not just random sounds. They come in continuously repeated long and short bursts, but I still can't tell just anyone. If they learn, I'll take my place among my friends inside the pit. They don't let anyone hinder the experiments. But there is someone, a quiet and sober man named Ashmod. Ashmod? He seems troubled. I think he hears what I hear. I will try and speak with him. Yesterday, Morrows got attacked. He somehow managed to escape the flock of angry insects and locked himself into one of the rooms. His horrible screams are still echoing inside my head. I wanted to save him. I tried to get him out, but Professor Jacob wouldn't let me. 3 people dragged me out, and everyone was evacuated immediately. There's no doubt we left him to die down there. Professor Jacob said there is no chance for him. He should be dead by now. This is insane. What are we doing with these things? They are much too dangerous. We cannot control them. Even 2.5 hours later, we could still hear the humming of the angry insects. Professor Jacob said we should take a break and send everyone away. Only Ashmod, Hembrook and I stayed as guards, as we always do on Fridays. We normally guard the place in turns. One of us is always awake while the other 2 sleep, and last night was no exception. Only Ashmod was awake, and in the dead of the night we were awakened by his crazed screams. He said he heard Morrows crying and begging us to help him. After a short while I heard Morrows too, but Hembrook couldn't hear a thing. He said our imaginations were running loose and went back to sleep. But Morrows really was crying down there. Ashmod and I could clearly hear him. We tried to go down but realised the handle was gone. Professor Jacob must have taken it with him. I don't know why, but after a while I felt so sleepy I couldn't resist and soon fell into a sleep full of nightmares. In my dream, Ashmod and I were talking with Morrows. He was lying inside this disgusting mould of insect mud. I don't remember what he said, but it was something about the endless, lavish, carved underground tunnels, streets and buildings below us that were built long before the first human ever walked the earth. He showed us the way to reach them. It was the pit. We climbed down using only our bare hands at the bottom. At the bottom, we walked along a large tunnel, seeing man-made old stone brick walls. Once I thought I saw the name of a church I knew carved into a stone, but I couldn't find it again. And there were some big archways along the way that had SPQR carved on them. Around us was pitch darkness, and I don't remember how we were able to find our way without a light source. At the end of the tunnel, we descended a stairway with thousands of steps, and once we even had to climb down from an underground cliff. At last we reached a large dome-like place. It was impossible to imagine a building that far underground, but there it was. Every wall was filled with both beautiful and horrible descriptions of undescribable things, and there we saw our brothers we'd thrown into the smoking pit. They were at varying degrees of decomposition, and it seemed as if they were all happily chewing something. Then they took us with them, further still through more dim, silent underground tunnels. During this solemn procession, they played some strange instruments and muttered a crazy chant, the chant of the worm, which strangely Ashmod and I seemed to know too. I can still remember it, and it makes me shiver every time I recite it. Fierce ghouls gather and pale shades form, and all together this damned crowd howl the chant of the worm. I don't know where we were going, but we walked for a really long time. It was impossible to measure, but it felt like we walked for hours. Then suddenly I felt a strange sensation that our destination was not a good one. My heart started to beat crazily for no obvious reason. I felt nauseous, and when I looked at him, Ashmod seemed the same. I don't remember what happened after that. I was soaked with sweat when I was woken up by Professor Jacob, and there were no signs of Hembrook, even though we searched for him high and low. His bed was empty, and he was nowhere to be found. Later I spoke with Ashmod, and he said he dreamed the same dream as me. I am not sure what to believe anymore. Ashmod and I have a theory about the disappearance of Hembrook that we will keep secret. They found Morrows inside the disgusting insect mud, exactly as we dreamed. Professor Jacob wanted to keep the body for experiments, with the futile hope of finding a reason for the anger for the insects, but Morrow's body still stays there in the mud. I am stupid. Yes, definitely a fool. How could I fail to understand when I first heard it? The sound, they are Morse code. My brothers are calling us. I told Ashmod and he agreed with me. We are going when our time comes. Okay, let's try and find these clues. Sounds of Morse code. Okay. We'll go back to the first page. work our way through. I'm trying not to speed read these as much this time, so that I maybe can get a better understanding. Killed 8 of our brothers. Yep. Oh, but these people are still working with them. The goal must be very important. Sometimes I don't expect there to be more than like one on the page, but I'm still going to have a look because it seems like you often get hidden ones as well. Bodies in the smoking pit? No, okay. Their faces eaten faces? No, okay. The bites are the... Not told about the bites? No, okay. I think these are the same kind of ones I found inside the wooden sculpture. Okay. Tweaks if you're allergic to the venom. Okay. Most of us were bitten by them, but who knows how many times. Delusions or reality, they are no different. Okay. They come from someplace in Africa. Anthropologist. Okay. Okay. Another reason for their aggression. We already kind of know that they attack because of that. Okay. They always know where and who you are. Was that the one I just did? Yeah, probably. It seems they can differentiate us with ease. They may be able to see just not the same way we do. Extrasensory organ. Professor Jacob seems troubled about them. Okay. Sounded like harmless natural noises. They come in continuously. I still can tell them. Take my place among my friends inside the pit. Tell us anybody is dead. I don't let anybody hinder the experiments. Ashmore. Okay. Marius got attacked. We cannot control them. Always guard on Fridays. No, okay. Exception. Vacant by his crazed screams. Okay. I heard Mary's crying and begging. His imaginations were running loose. handle. It's a handle that is used to able to go down. Okay. Sleep full of nightmares. Sleep full of nightmares. Okay. All of insects. Okay. It was built long before the first human ever walked the earth. Okay. I climbed down using a water. Way to reach it was the pit. No, okay. It's a Latin phrase and it's reported from Romanus, which means the Senate and the people of Rome. It is the official signature of the government of the ancient Roman Republic. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's the hidden clue. Repeating in his cell under the cabin. Oh, cool. In case there's only the one hidden clue. Reached. It is impossible. Dome-like place. No. Okay. Beautiful and horrible descriptions. And varying degrees of decomposition. Chewing something, maybe. No. Chewing something. Strange syndromes made in the muttered a crazy chant. Chant of the worm. We're going, but we walked between our time as possible to measure. It felt like hours and suddenly felt strange sensation. Pretty crazy. And then I felt nauseous. I've seen the same, I don't remember. Walked for hours? The destination was not a good one. I was awoken by Professor Jacob. Okay. No sign of Hembrook. He dreamed the same dream as me. As we dreamed. Okay. Professor Jacob wanted to keep the body. Okay, so I need one more clue. One more clue. What could it be? Go. Hang on. I realised I sort of spent a couple minutes just going over everything and realised that I didn't actually get his name at all. But cool, right, so we've got that. We can go up here maybe? Yeah. Oh, wrong. Yeah. Oh god. Strange way to climb up and down it. It's a bit weird. Cool, okay, that one works close. I really wish I wouldn't do that. Telescope pointed at the sky. Okay, I'm not examining that. A book. Okay, protecting magical signs. These magical signs are used to protect persons, animals, places, or even other objects from all kinds of evil. Some of them are very old, originating in ancient times. During the Middle Ages, people used them to protect against the curses of witches. Even before that, they were used as a safeguard against shamans. This selection will include some of the most powerful signs. To be effective, all of these signs should be kept close, and if a human or animal needs the protection, it should be carved on an object and to be worn. If it is a building, signs should be placed on the gates, doors, and window shutters to prevent any evil from penetrating inside, or alternatively placed in a proper arrangement outside to prevent any evil from coming closer. An urgerich is a particularly old protective sign that has been used since ancient times. It consists of 16 different magical symbols drawn over a circle, resembling the compass rose. There are 4 major symbols among the 16, and these 4 are adjusted to the cardinal directions of the compass. Each direction is depicted with a color code. These are east, red, north, white, west, black, south, yellow. So like on the picture that we just put together, pretty sure those colors are on there. There is no single order for the symbols. Specific orders are used to achieve the specific protection needed. If the sign needs to be invisible, they may be painted with a luminescent matter. This will enable the caster to see them whenever needed, yet make them invisible to others during the morning hours. Although under a strong light source, they will become visible again, especially during nocturnal hours. Okay? Protective magical signs. Okay. Protect things from evil. Nope. Originating in ancient times. Against curses or witches. Safeguard against shamans. Kept close. Carved on an object like, say, a ring, and handed down to you at certain points in your life. Gates, doors, and windows. I think the stone circle that surrounds this building is some kind of protective sign. Supplement stones. Designing the magical signs and sigils throughout history. The sign carved into the stones around the shack should be the kind called an urgerich. Urgerich? My pronunciation's terrible. Cardinals. Oh, I didn't read what he said there. I keep skipping too much. It was clever to use something luminescent that keeps them concealed within a strong light source to see properly, without a strong Cool, right, I've got all of that. Ooh, something in here. Small metallic object. Looks like a handle. Rusty old compass. Examine. A lot of books here. Most of them seem very old. Books about astrology, chemistry, history, and mathematics. From when we were just looking at, that's fine. I close that drawer. There was nothing underneath it. I can't close that drawer. Doesn't appear to be anything. I can't look through this. Okay, it's pointed at the sky. Cool. So we'll go back down. I feel like I'm on a bit of a roll. Oh, nope, down. That, I don't like that. Okay. It's footsteps. Go from... Ooh, what's this? Oh my goodness. It's locked. Can I use this? No. This won't work. I need a key. I don't have any other keys, do I? In the Ashes of the Long Dead. Oh, I did get that. Okay. A lever? I could try it. Okay, it's too bright. Lantern. And back to the beginning of my stuff. Okay. So I don't have a key for the floor. I didn't notice that these are footprints. His footprints? They sort of stop, they go behind. But he's got boots on and I can't move the barrel. I see footprints. Bloody footprints. What the hell was that? Scream went all weird. So the bloody footprints come into here. They just sort of appear almost. And these are boot prints. There's a whole nother floor. So does that open? But that key that we got doesn't, or the little lever doesn't go in there. Okay. Grab it. Come on. Where? Fine. You can go there. Would you stop? What's this? Can I not, like, move you out of the way? Go over there. No, I've done all that already. Oh, that stinks. It smells worse than it looks. The bed. So I can't get this. There's nothing here? Is it just the bed that I examined? Okay, it's just the bed. Where does the bed stink? Wood. I'm just trying to make sure I've got everything because I need these other bits, but I can't put them. I can't pick any of this up. Can't read the label of the bottle. Can't pick that cup up. There's no other cups or anything around here I could use, was there? That's a lantern and I can't pick it up anyway. So bottles. It's a bowl. Can't use that. Can't open this. Boxes and stuff in there. Can't use that. What's this? Can I... Ooh! Can I can pull it out. Come here. Salmon. Ooh, a new book. It is impossible to work with the insects without protection. We've lost too many men that way, which slows the process considerably. The mixture I prepare wards them off for a short time, but is completely ineffective when they are angry, and their attacks are getting more dangerous as their numbers increase. A single bite is not dangerous unless one has an allergy to the venom, but if bitten many times simultaneously, the collective venom in the blood creates some kind of strong hallucinogenic effect and severe muscle spasms until at last the person dies in pain. Reactions can vary from person to person, but 90% of the time the result is the same. I still don't know the reason, but it affects some people much worse than others. To prevent this problem, we brought some protective suits from the same place we get our chemicals. The owner has excellent connections and got them very quickly. If successful, this should speed up the experiments since we won't need to take any more long breaks because of insect incidents. I place the suits inside the locked cabinet in the bedroom. First I want to try them on some of my men before distributing them to everyone. Professor Jacob Hubert. Or Herbert. Is it him? Is it about? Place them inside the locked cabinet in the bedroom? Yeah. Locked cabinet? Is that the one in the floor? Take. Go away. Take. You're useless. You have nothing to me, and you're just the book that I already read. Cool. Oh, where am I going? Oh, don't need to crouch anymore. Did I look in here? This is the door I came in from, isn't it? Okay. So, this is the bedroom. Okay. Stop doing that. I'm not sure. This looks like some kind of locking mechanism to me. Okay, cool. Can I try and open it? It's locked. Can I use this thing? No. This won't work here. Okay. Turn new. Okay. So I might have to come back. I don't have a key for this. I don't have stuff to put that in, but I don't need it yet because I haven't come across the bugs. I don't have a key for that. So I could just try going somewhere else and see if that works. Is there anything out here that I can look at? Can I walk around here? I hear cicadas. Okie dokie. What's this? Examine. A half-frozen barrel. Cool. What's this? Ooh. Owner Carl Pellow Wellsmouth. Daily. Journalist. Writer. All the clues I've gathered for 3 months about the notorious cult Children of Dis have led me to this old and depressing town called Arkmund. I'm sure I will find what I expect to find here. Okay. His town has a really suffocating... What the hell is that sound? His town has a really suffocating atmosphere with all those narrow streets, old buildings, and some very strange statues and carvings spread near and far. I've been here for 6 days now, and I've never seen the sun shining brightly even once. I know it's autumn now, but there is something strange here. Even the morning hours are darker than they should be. This is just a place where dark and light don't seem to differ much. I bet psychological problems and suicide rates are pretty high. Arkmund is a small but very old town with a surprising number of blood-chilling tales of witchery and sorcery told about its history. When you leave the town centre and its peculiar howling wolf statue to delve into the streets, you feel like you're going back in time. As you proceed, the buildings get older and older until at last you reach its border and the oldest part of all. Strangely, I learned that this section is under quarantine and no one is allowed to enter. There are a few police officers around, but they won't tell me anything about the quarantine. This situation seems curious to me, as there aren't nearly enough precautions normally taken in such crisis. In the sections I could visit, most of the houses are damaged and empty, as are the streets. Some of the houses are still inhabited, but even those are in such poor condition it seems they might break down any minute. I know that deserted houses hide secrets of olden times when sorcery prevailed here, and I feel unseen eyes looking down on me from the glassless windows when I walk through that area of town. I've settled in an old inn named Campbell's Wood and immediately started my research, because I don't want to stay here long. The townsfolk seem rather unusual. I've seen personally that they can be hostile to strangers, just as I was warned about beforehand. But you can always find someone to talk to if you're offered the right incentive. I managed to find a drunk named Joseph, I mustn't forget to learn his surname, with the help of a bottle I brought. Even though he is not a reliable source, some aspects of what he told me to do fit the information I've gathered already. I've learned that the history of this town has always been mixed with terror, child abductions, strange rites done at even stranger places, unidentified shadows wandering through the narrow streets in the dead of night, undetectable voices from the sewers below, and a cult whose origin state much further back than the town itself. It has many names, but they call themselves Children of Dis. In all of these myths and stories, there are subtle clues that suggest the area including the town and nearby forest is the cradle of the cult. Some believe in certain places, especially in the woods, the underground is a honeycomb of tunnels and passages that lead to an even deeper, something or other underground city. On the surface there are places supposedly connected to these underground tunnels and passages, and the cult is trying to process these places. There is a shack out in the forest, and I believe the building is one of them. I will go search it in a few days, but I must gather more information first. There are some people who claim to see lights in the windows of that shack, and I've heard of a quiet group of people doing something unholy there. One anecdote in particular stands out. A middle-aged woodcutter returning one afternoon from work swears that he heard very loud buzzing sounds accompanied by human screams coming out. He says at the time he believed the sounds were coming from underground, but he couldn't find any opening that might lead to it, so he presumed what he heard was just his imagination. Other woodcutters have said that when the wind is blowing away from the shack, it carries an odor smelling like some kind of incense that has a numbing effect on the person who inhales it. I asked a few townspeople if they knew anything about this group and learned that they live in the oldest part of town, in houses no one would want to live in. They rented some places here, some of which don't even have electricity. 3 or 4 of them, nobody exactly knows their number, came to the town centre at regular intervals to get something from the train station that the train has delivered. They sometimes have a drink at the inn while they're here. Nobody tries to speak to them because everybody in town hates or fears them. One of the locals told me that a particular visitor with a fake-looking short coal-black beard who seems superior to the others visited the pharmacy every time he's here, and he leaves with big boxes full of strange chemicals he'd ordered earlier. I'm sure there must be some kind of laboratory in that shack. I've seen these so-called laboratories before and know what disgusting things take place in them. I must be extra cautious when I visit. Okay. Cult. Children of Dis. Yep. The cult that Ivor Boven and the others he met in his cabin are part of. I know that they are very dangerous and have a lot of followers around the world who are doing some strange research for the cult. Some of the letters I've read in the cabin offer clear evidence of this. This town suffocating with others straight from the building. 6 days now. Not seen the sun shining? No, okay. Psychological problems and suicide rates? No. Blood-chilling tales. I was really told about his history. No, just continuation. Howling wolf statue. This section is under quarantine. A few police officers. I don't think this situation seems curious to me as there aren't really enough precautions. No, okay. Settled in the inn? No. Personally hostile to strangers? No. Drunk named Joseph? Surely that's important. Okay. Child abductions? Voices from the sewers below. Oh, come on. This is all extremely interesting. Real cult. No. Places on the surface. He's trying to possess them. Okay, everyone first going to be important. I should go and have a look. Like the windows of the shack. Afternoon. By screaming. What the source of these sounds be? This means the story once heard from the creature called hill creature that made a human speech with the frightening buzzing sounds. Numbing effect. Live in the oldest part of town. It's probably going to be the fact that he has fake looking beard. Yep. Cool. I just want to see, get something from the train station. It might be a secret note or something. Okay. Alright. Cool. Right, so this is going to be a pretty long episode. I actually have to start getting ready to go out, so I might just leave this one here for now. But these games are going to be a lot longer than the other ones because I won't edit out. I'll edit some things to make things shorter, but it's not going to be as much. So be prepared for long episodes if you're going to watch through these ones. But if you are going to stick around, thank you very much. As I said at the beginning, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff to let me know whether you like the content, whether you don't. And just to sort of say hi, if nothing else, if you want. I'm not sure when I'll be able to get the next episodes done, but hopefully fairly soon. So yeah. Stick around, subscribe, you'll find out when they're coming out, and until then, I will see you in the next episode. So, see you later. Bye!